Hey, hi, hello. It is the LaSala show. Checking in. It took me a good week to get over that fucking Green Bay Packers loss at home to the San Francisco 49ers. We beat ourselves. That's the fucking bottom line. I told you if we were going to lose, it was going to be on some special teams bullshit. And what do you know? A blocked field goal to end the half that would have put us up 10-0. A blocked punt after a delay of game right near our end zone. The ball goes like 30 yards up in the air. When it finally falls to the ground, a 49er picks it up and runs it in for a touchdown. And I don't want to blame it all on special teams because Rodgers, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Now, you didn't throw any interceptions. You didn't fumble. You took a few sacks. But you didn't throw a touchdown at home in the playoffs. The problem is 20 of your 23 completions were either to Devontae Adams or Aaron Jones. You were only looking for those two dudes all game, mostly Devontae Adams. One of the most key plays was when you just chucked it downfield into double coverage to Devontae Adams, who had no chance. At that point, he was more like a defender, making sure that the 49ers didn't pick it off. Meanwhile, I know hindsight is 20/20, but you got Lazard just right under that, just running wide open, probably 15 yards to run if you get it to him. And then the game's over. It stung really bad because of obviously all of the drama this past offseason, the possibility of him getting traded, and then blah, 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 he's back, and there's cryptic messages before the season starts that this is the final dance with him and Adams. And also the fact that you had the number one seed, you were widely considered the best team, at least in the NFC. You have home field advantage. You're playing the Niners. They're not doing much. If you would have told me, hey, the 49ers offense is going to score 6 points, do you think that will result in a win? I would have been like, hell yes. Let me get my betting app out now and mortgage the house on it. It's unreal. It's unreal. It was fucking, it started to snow, little snow flurries. It was the perfect opportunity to get to a Super Bowl. Because then you face the Rams, who you already beat, and they have to come to Lambeau, and Stafford sucks at Lambeau. Stafford sucked yesterday. So yeah, I had to take a week to decompress because I was not well for a few days. I mean, that was That was up there with the most painful playoff losses of my life. And that includes when we lost the Super Bowl in 97 to the Denver Broncos. That includes that. This is the number one most painful because we beat ourselves. It's not like the Niners came out and were just bombing it on us, and Deebo Samuel was scoring all these touchdowns, and Jimmy G was lighting it up with George Kittle. No. Aaron Rodgers was making some shady-ass throws, locking on to one receiver. Just disgusting. So now we enter an offseason in which we're $40 million over the salary cap. We're going to have to do some wizardry with the salary cap, moving money here and there, restructuring contracts to get guys to stay. Hopefully, the rumors are Rodgers will, in fact, stay in Green Bay. How do I know this? I listen to people who know things. And apparently, Rodgers stayed an extra 2 to 3 days after the loss. Instead of just flying right out to California, I need to take some time, think about things. No, he stuck around for a few days, spent time with the staff, management, Coach LaFleur, and seemingly came up with a strategy, a plan for moving forward. Now, they lost their offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett. Coach Nathaniel. I think he's like 42, somewhere around there. How did you make it 42 years and you stuck with Nathaniel? You didn't want to go by Nate? Or what about just Thaniel? Coach Nathaniel. Or what about Coach Nate? Either way, him and Aaron Rodgers were very tight. They had a very good relationship. Rodgers talked about him often, saying that he made it fun to show up to work and that he kept everybody pumped up and, high energy guy. So the Broncos got a great head coach. We'll see. But then all these rumors started coming out like, Rodgers was rumored to want to go to Denver last offseason. And so now they have his offensive coordinator. So now he's going to go to Denver, right? I don't think so. And then his passing game coordinator, Luke Getsy, who he was also very close with, he took the offensive coordinating position in Chicago. So that's a great opportunity for him. I'm sure that's a few mil extra raise in the bank. And we'll be facing them twice a year. So it'll be interesting to see how much of Matt LaFleur's offense he takes with him to Chicago. And how much Joe Barry, our defensive coordinator, will be able to take advantage of said previous knowledge. The one key coach that we did retain and promote was Adam Stinovich, our offensive line coach, who basically turned in an amazing coaching effort by keeping our offensive line intact. We were without David Bakhtiari basically all year. He played like 30 snaps in the season finale to see kind of where his surgically repaired knee was how it was feeling. He ultimately ended up not playing in the San Francisco game. Dude said he would have to have like water balloon sized, I guess it was pus, like drained from his knee multiple times a day. I mean, that is some disgusting imagery. But he'll be back and better than ever next season. But basically, Stinovich is an amazing offensive line coach. I mean, he coached these guys up to the point where anytime, like, we had the center go down, the right tackle go down, the left tackle go down, Elton Jenkins, our best left guard, he went down. He shuffled everybody around and sort of put Band-Aids and, just held everything together with chicken wire. And Rodgers was one of the least sacked quarterbacks in the league this year, even with a banged up offensive line. So that garnered him a promotion, and good for him. But yeah, I'll wrap this up. I gotta go to work. Rodgers will be back. Mark my words. He ain't going out like that. Y'all saw what he did? Laying a fucking egg at home. He ain't going out like that. 10 points? 10 points? Should have been 13, but 10 points? Nah, man. He ain't going out like that. He's a legacy guy. He wants to be the greatest Packer quarterback of all time. And in order to do so, he needs to at least put up more numbers, more wins, and more importantly, at least another Super Bowl appearance. So I'm calling it here January 31st. Or is it the 30th? I don't fucking know. Time is not real. But Rodgers will be back. And I will be back with a new podcast very soon. Until then, don't die.